Well, it's better to show up imperfectly than to never show up at all. So here we are. I wanted to start a YouTube and wanted to start a podcast in 2025, and I didn't because I was petrified. I did do a little bit of YouTube, and I planned a lot of my podcasts, and I planned, and nothing happened. So I kind of want to start fresh here now, and I feel like it's better to start imperfectly than to never start at all. And I read this quote, or I saw this video where it talked about there was 2 projects at an art school. One class had an entire semester to create the perfect art piece and perfect project, while the other class had the chance to create as many pieces of art as possible. And at the end, the class that came up with the best artwork was the class that got to create as much as they possibly could, because it allowed them to express and feel and learn and go with whatever they were going with. And it kind of reminded me that I am so afraid of not doing things perfectly that I just have this inability to start it. And so we are changing that, and we're starting right now. I have been listening to a lot of podcasts where it's all about that change in your mindset of being the person that's actually going to do the things that they say they're going to do. And not a lot of people have that mindset. They think of the things that they want to do, and they think, oh, I wish I could do that, but nothing ignites inside of them to actually do the things that they want to do. And if that is you, if there is something in your heart, in your brain that you always circle back to and you always think about, I want to ask you, what are you so afraid of? Honestly, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of failing? Are you afraid of other people's opinions? Are you afraid that it might not work? Are you afraid that you're going to embarrass yourself? I will tell you from my perspective, I am afraid that I'm not going to do a great job, and I'm afraid that I'm actually going to interview people and I'm actually not going to be that smart, and that people actually aren't going to be interested and want to listen to what I have to say, which is so silly, because maybe not everybody's going to like what I have to say, but I know that somewhere out there is somebody that resonates with the things that I'm saying. And I want you to just sit with yourself and think about, okay, this is something that I've been thinking about for literally my whole life. Write it down. Put it on your vision board. Put it on your goals. Make it a thing that you're going to actually do this year. I'm filming this in my car and I keep watching people and I keep getting so embarrassed, but I just needed a different vibe. I needed a different environment. But anyway, who cares? Literally nobody cares. So that thing in your heart that you want to do, what is it and what's stopping you? Write it down. For your goals this year, I need you to be really clear and intentional, especially with your vision board and how you write your goals. I think a lot of the time for me, I'm like, oh, what are my goals? What do I want to do? And I actually don't sit and think about how will it make me feel if I achieve this. And I've done a lot of reflecting over the past, week or so, and I actually can't believe some of the things that I've done. And a lot of them, there are things that weren't really on my vision board or like in my goals because I genuinely didn't think that they were possible. But now I truly believe that my next dreams are possible, and wherever this next year takes me, I'm just going to go with it and enjoy it and embrace it, because that's what it is literally all about. So when you're going to write your goals, this is just what I do and what I've just done like literally yesterday. You're going to sit down with your goals. You're going to break them up into 3 different categories. So you're going to have career, personal, and then it could be like health and wellness, or relationship goals, whatever the extra thing is that's really important to you. For me, health and wellness is a big thing. and they kind of go hand in hand with personal goals, but I just like to separate them a little bit. And you're going to think about your career goals. They could be like how much you want to earn. They could be if you want to progress in your career, if you want to get a certificate to level up your knowledge, whatever it is. Anything to do with your career. And then your personal goals, it can be how much you want to save. It can be, I don't know, what else? What's in my personal, where I want to travel to, some of the little things I want to do. One of mine's like I want to go on a surf camp, and I want to try like be consistent and try to surf. And then your health and wellness goals. So a lot of those for me are like events that I want to participate in, whether it be like high rocks, a half marathon, a trail run, a triathlon, who fucking knows. But separate it into those things, and then once you've written your goals out, imagine what your life looks like when you've achieved them. Or imagine sitting with yourself after you have achieved, I don't know, you finished a high rocks, and you sit with yourself and you're like, wow, I did that. So when you write your goals, actually sit with it and imagine what it is what it feels like to achieve them, and what is it that makes you want to achieve them. Don't just be like, oh, I want to earn 200k just because it would be nice. I want to earn 200k so that I can save a certain amount for a house deposit, or I can just prove to myself that I am enough and, you know, I am worth that much, or whatever it is. What is your reasoning behind it? It can't just be like, oh, because I just, you know, because I want to. Why do you want to travel? Why do you want to go to that place? Has it been on your list for ages? What is it that makes you want to do it? Because if there's no reason why you actually want to do it, you're probably not going to do it. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it, or for the look of doing it, to tell people that you have done it. And that's not doing something for you, that's doing something for other people, which isn't going to make you achieve that goal at all. Also, make sure your goals are realistic. Obviously, you know, it'd be nice to win the lotto, but that the likelihood of that happening is not very high. So be realistic with your goals. Say that you you want a $5,000 pay rise. That is definitely achievable. If you want to go to the gym 5 times a week and you're currently going 3 times a week, that is something that's achievable. If you're going to the gym 0 times a week and you set your goal to go 5 times a week, that is probably not something that you're going to be able to commit to straight away. I would break it up, maybe for the first 6 months, say, okay, I'm committing to going 3 times a week. And then the second half of the year, you can say, okay, I'm ready to go to 5 times a week. Make it realistic so that you can actually achieve it, because otherwise you're just setting yourself up for failure. And the reason why a lot of people don't achieve their goals is because they set themselves up for failure, and they set unrealistic goals that they look at them and they're like, oh, I'm never going to achieve that. What's the point? And you absolutely should have big dreams and big goals, but they should be not in your yearly goals. That should be like your 10-year goal, or I don't know, your 5-year goal, whatever it is. Make it achievable. And then from there, for your vision board, if this is what you're going to do, use your vision board. Sorry, my uncle. Use your vision board to display images of, use your vision board to basically visualize those goals that you've written down. Don't just make a mood board that's aesthetic that you like the look of. Actually go through your goals. Okay, I want to surf. I'm going to put a picture of me surfing. Like, match your goals to your vision board, and then use words that feel like they're going to be your mantras almost for the year. So I can show you guys mine on my phone. I made a mini version. This is it. And I'm going to stop for a second. No, I'm not. And basically my mantras for the year are own lane, own pace, own race. And that is really important to me because I get so caught up in what everybody else is doing that I forget that I'm doing something different to other people. And that's okay. It's actually a good thing. Trust the process, because I am somebody that I trust the process, but sometimes I get carried away and I give up before I allow the process to take full path. Dream big, work hard, and then I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Because a big thing for me is that before this year, I was filled with so much self-doubt. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I never thought I was capable of anything that I'm doing now. If I was to see myself, I would laugh at you. I don't know. Even just like fitness events. I had never done a fitness event before this year. And I reflected on that today and I was like, wow, this year I've done a half marathon. I've done 2 Hyroxes. I have done City to Surf. I did a turf games. I did like my C3 gym games. I have done so many things that I never imagined that I would have done. And it's given me so much confidence going into the next year and just believing that I actually can do those things. Because I think for a long time, even doing content full time, I never believed that that was something that I would do, and it was never my goal to do it. It just kind of happened, which is really amazing, and I love it so much. But all of these things seemed really unattainable for me and not achievable. But when I tell you, something shifted in my mind this year, and I think a lot of it actually has to do with one, just feeling confident in yourself, but also having a partner who really believes in you and has a different mindset to you. My partner's helped me believe in myself so much, and he's quite athletic. And so I'm not very athletic, but every time I do something, he gives me so much confidence and so much belief in myself that I have started to change the narrative that I play in my mind, to where it used to be, if I was running, to be like, oh, I can't do this, this is too hard. Now it's like, no, I can do this, this is easy. And I have him saying that in my head, like, this is easy, you can do it, you can do hard things. And I always believed that I could do hard things, but I never thought I would actually do them. I don't know. So I think if you go into this new year, have a little bit of belief in yourself. And that belief comes from doing things that scare you and doing things outside your comfort zone. Whether it be, you know, making new friends and going to a social group. If you're in Sydney, I run social events, so please come. Going to a social event and meeting a whole group of random girls on a Friday morning for a sunrise swim. Or if you want to learn to surf, like booking that surf lesson. Yes, all of those things are going to be really scary, but the more that you do things that scare you, the more your confidence builds. And I like to think of it as like a building block, so like Lego. Every time you do something that scares you, you add another block, another Lego block to your tower. And slowly it keeps building up and up and up. And I can tell you, maybe 5 years ago, I don't think I had any Lego in my tower. No Lego blocks at all. But slowly, like, I moved to Sydney, that was a big block. You know, I started going on dates, that was a big block. I started trying to make new friends, that was a big block. I started posting on Instagram, big block. Block, 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 block. And I wouldn't say I have a very tall tower. I don't know why I'm doing the dolphin. Like, my tower's definitely not the Q1, but my tower is continually growing. And every time someone's like, oh, would you want to do that? I'm like, heck yeah, why not? I would rather try than never. I would rather try and be bad at it than have never tried at all. And I think that is something that we really need to lean into in the new year. The thing is, I can say it to you a million times, but you're the only person that can actually put that into place. So it's up to you now to do it. The ball is in your court. You have all the power in your hands to change your life, to be the person that you want to be, to start that business, to start that page, to go study that degree, whatever it is that you want to do. All of it is within your power. So go after it. You are so much more capable than you think. I have this new quote in my head that it's like, when you feel like giving up, you actually have 60% more left in the tank. And I think that's a David Goggins thing that my friend Katie told me. And every time things get really hard, I now say to myself, you have 60% left. And that works a lot with training, but even on like a day where you're working or you're trying to envision your plan, 60% left. You got this. You can do hard things. I believe in you. Now go get it. Guys, I actually don't know why I just clicked then, but go after what you want. I believe in you. I hope you believe in you too.